What up, guys? We are live. It is your boy Justin JLB, and just trying some new things. Again, a little new lighting and all of that. Reminder: we are going to be doing. You can hear me. We are going to be doing WTN rundown just shortly. But this, of course, is just JLB. This is Real Talk Radio Live. So just going to be trying a few little things here. Just want to test out just a few little things. I've downloaded this app, see if everything is going to look all hunkadory. Um, while I was here, I thought I'd talk about a few things. So, first and foremost, let's talk about Donda. Yes, Kanye West's Donda. Why am I bringing up Kanye West's Donda, you might ask? Well, because, folks, Kanye West has announced that he will be releasing Donda 2 on February 22nd of 2022. He had just announced this on via his Instagram with a photo of his old childhood home in Chicago burning with the title of 22222. Um and apparently it's going to be completely produced by Future. So that is interesting. I am not sure if we have many Future productions per se. Um, yes, I'm aware I'm live. Um, this is just for my little thing. I'm just trying out a few little things. That's all. I know I'm live. I want to test a few things. If you actually don't mind to comment, because I want to just check something with this app that I have, if it's at all possible. Um, but yes, so as I was saying, while I'm waiting for comments to check that out, let me actually try to go here as well. I ain't scared to randomly be live because it is my Friday. It's everyone else's Thursday, but it is my Friday. Let's see. All right. So if I do that and I could kind of check. So if I click that, that is kind of cool. Don't necessarily like the red there, but that will work. So that will make my life a little easier. But yes, Donda 2 talk. So Kanye West has announced Donda 2 will be coming out. It will be on February 22nd of 2022, exclusively produced by Future. And of course, there was talk last week. One of his production mates um, did announce something that Kanye West was finishing up a project. Um, and yes, now, again, with this state, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Okay, this is Kanye West we're talking about. This is Mr. I change my mind every 5 seconds. So you do got to keep that in mind as well when you are dealing with Kanye West. He is a lot rather of a perfectionist. Donda was changed dates like 5 times, and we had to do 3 listening parties before we had randomly got the album on a random date, even though he had a commercial that was promoting the album on a specific date. So this is Kanye after all. Who knows what's going to happen? Something that he is releasing before Donda 2 does get released is the fact that he has his Netflix documentary coming out, Genius, which might coincide a little bit with his album release. It is supposed to, each part is supposed to release every Wednesday starting on the 16th of February. So, um, yeah, again, that necessarily wouldn't make sense with the timeline that he is setting. Donda would technically be released the following week. And let's just randomly check if Donda is actually on a Friday. Okay, so Donda, supposedly supposed to be released on the 22nd, would be a Tuesday. Yeah, it would be a Tuesday in February. And I'm making sure I'm on my right month. But yeah, so it would be uh on a Tuesday, which again, You can release your music anytime you want, but Donda being released on a Tuesday, or any really new album for that matter, generally isn't released on Tuesday, but now on Fridays. Tuesday was the old school way, but who knows? Maybe Ye is trying to create a trend with this. We shall see what happens. Again, he announced February 22nd. Don't hold your breath, just let it come out. If you are looking for some good music, and I'm referring to Kanye's label, of course, Pusha T is expected to drop soon as well. So that should be fun. And we might possibly be expecting some Kendrick Lamar, at least some new music, where he is doing obviously the halftime show on, I want to say February 13th. Let's double check that. Let's do that. Not gonna get out of there. Halftime, not halftime, but Super Bowl. Yes. So on February 13th, which of course is a Sunday, Kendrick is going to be there with Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and Mary J. Blige. So that should definitely be a good time. Huge rap fan of all those artists. So definitely there to hear that. Um, Boggles my mind that 50 isn't in that. But then again, I don't even know how they're going to do all that music with only half an hour. Maybe it's going to be like a legit mashup. Dre is creating something, so it mashes all their popular songs together and they just do like one crazy set. I do expect, though, Dre and Snoop to be taking on the majority of the concert. But I digress. As we get more news for that and the teams come out of who's going to be playing, and then, of course, the commercials. Me personally, I'm only there for the commercials as well as the halftime shows. Of course, last year we had the weekend. Weekend just absolutely killed it with his mirrors in the back. Looked like I was in a carnival show with the in the mirror house. It was really cool. I really liked it, and it definitely showcased his vision at the time with the bandages and all that. And it was fun. It was a good time. So here's to hopefully Dre, M, and all that, and Snoop doing a real big number for the halftime show, because now you're going to be representing the rap culture. And I imagine they will go all out. It is in Inglewood, so bunch of these guys are California natives. So it should be a good time. On top of that, we got the Big Brother celebrity house guests, ladies and gentlemen, have been announced. That is right. The wait is over and the announcement is finally here. Just let me get the names quickly, as I did skim through them before. Um, so a lot of people, where is it? So a lot of people were expecting bigger names. Okay. Um, I don't know why. You know, you're not gonna get A-listers, even B-listers. You're gonna get people who literally have no projects to do. And then, of course, with COVID and everything, getting someone to do this might even be more difficult. So, here is the official announcement. They had announced it on The Amazing Race as a promo, just like that. Everyone was shocked. No one knew it was coming. So, here is the list. So, of course, CBS has finally announced the star studded cast for Celebrity Big Brother Season 3. The season 3 cast includes former NBA player Lamar Odom. So, of course, you know him from basketball. I can't even tell you what team he's from. I believe it was the Lakers. If you know him from basketball, then that's why you know him. You might know him as Kourtney Kardashian's fiance or boyfriend. You might heard of his overdose fiasco. Um, and so that's what he's kind of known for. We also got NSYNC singer Chris Kilpatrick, of course, from NSYNC. Bye, bye, bye. No strings attached. Was with the popular boy band. He did a few other reality shows after that, I believe. I want to say he was on The Real World. Um, But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to be up to. On top of that, you got the Real Housewife star Cynthia Bailey. Don't watch Real Housewives. I don't know. I do know, though, that show is always filled with drama, 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 drama. So that could be good for the show. You also got Chris Kattan, who's a former Saturday Night Live cast member. And of course, he was a Night at the Roxbury with um, Will Ferrell, What is Love, the Dewey Brothers. Still love that movie. And yeah, so I'm sure we've seen him in other things. Um, what was he also had a spin-off film, Dorky Romano or something, Corky Romano, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, just kind of remembered it like that. Totally had forgot that movie existed. I don't remember it being that good. So maybe it's good that I forget that existed. Anyways, he's there. You also got a figure skater and Olympian who won, I believe, the first woman to ever win a gold medal. Mira Nagasu. I might be pronouncing that wrong, and I apologize. But Mira Nagasu, she is a figure skater Olympian, and that's always fun. You got singer dancer Todrick Hall. I don't personally don't know much about this guy. A few of my friends had mentioned to me that he, in fact, was also on The Masked Singer, and some of his music is pretty decent. My friend had sent me a few links of his songs. Not bad, not bad. So we'll see how his personality is inside the house. We also got a Real Housewife star, Teddy Mellencamp. No relation to John Mellencamp. I think it's even spelled differently, so that's fine. Um, yeah, again, don't watch Real Housewives. So as long as there's more drama in the house, that's what we need. You also got model reality star Shayna Mokler. Mokler? Yeah, Shayna Mokler. Again, don't know what reality star she's from. Never heard of her. Um, Another interesting one is you also got Different Strokes and Everybody Hates Chris Starr, Todd Bridges. That should be fun. I don't know. He's an older guy, so maybe he'll be like the Jerry of the house kind of thing. Then you have former UFC champ Misha Tate. That should always be a good time. She'll get in your face. Um, Maybe cause some drama with the Real Housewives because they're on polar opposites of the spectrum. So that should be quite interesting. On top of that, you also got Queer Eye star Carson Kressley. Again, don't watch the show. Don't know much about him. Um, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, apparently also the where is it? This Todrick Hall is apparently very flamboyant, as in he's really out there. Um, his gaydar is on like 1,000, and that's not to offend anyone, but he apparently is just really, really out there. So he should create a lot of entertainment and should create a lot of drama as well with the housewives. So it looks to be an interesting season. Obviously, we're not going to get a lot of crazy celebs, as I mentioned. I mean, you had Sugar Ray one year, like the lead singer from Sugar Ray. Can't even remember his name right now. But these 11 celebrities are going to be on Big Brother, and it is going to be a good time. At least I'm going to enjoy it. And if you don't, guys, it's only 3 weeks. It ends on February 22nd. So it's going to be a real intensive Big Brother celebrity season. I don't recall the other seasons necessarily being this short, but given with everything with COVID and all that, I guess, I don't know. Maybe they were. I just can't remember anything past 2020. So we'll see with that. And I guess last little thing before I kind of get ready for my other show is the whole situation with Neil Young and Spotify. So Neil Young had written a letter to his label as well as his manager saying that he wants all of his music off Spotify because he doesn't support Spotify's condoning of podcasts who use misinformation for COVID. He is alluding to the Joe Rogan Experience for the most part. He doesn't name him by name, but that is arguably one of the most popular podcast show on Spotify. If you recall, Spotify had also done had bought the rights to the Joe Rogan Experience. Well, not bought the rights, but made it bought the exclusive rights to showcase his podcast. Joe Rogan still owns 100% of the Joe Rogan Experience, but he did allow the library to be shared onto Spotify as his exclusive podcast holder. Um, so Neil Young had written that, and I get that Joe Rogan can be a little bit extreme. He's not necessarily anti-vax, but he's more pro, how would you say this? Like he's a tad anti-vax. He's not against necessarily getting vaccinations unless you're of a particular age. He's more prone natural remedies and more prone being health, which the guy's opinion. The guy is very healthy. Unfortunately, a lot of the world isn't though. So we're not going to necessarily get into all that, but yeah. So Neil Young wasn't having that. And Spotify gave his answer by simply removing the majority of Neil Young's content. I did go and check to see what was left from Neil Young's library. And interestingly enough, you still have his most popular 5 songs still there, and they're still playable. Okay. Then you have a 2018 single from a Live Aid at John F. Kennedy. So it's a live song. And you have 2 songs, Nothing is Perfect and The Needle. And the needle and the damage done. Oh, okay. Needle and the damage done. Okay, fair enough. So it's more just covers, I think. Not really a huge Neil Young guy, so I don't know. And then he also has Campfire with Dram. So maybe that's still up there because of Dram, perhaps. But aside from that, that is the only songs that are there. So his entire discography is removed. However, his 5 popular songs, Heart of Gold, Harvest Moon, Needle and the Damage Done is his. So scratch that. And Down by the River. So interesting. They completely removed it. Neil Young had requested that. Neil Young had also mentioned that he is going to be losing 60% of his revenue from the songs being on Spotify, but he mentions that his pride is more worth it than the revenue that he is getting for supporting a company that is allowing misinformation to be had and used. Look, Neil, it's a tough battle. You are a phenomenal mega star, but unfortunately, you're not. You're big, but you're not as big as you were. You know what I mean? You would have to, in order for you to be heard, the conversation is still there. So get that through your head. The conversation is still there to be had. People are talking about it. People are discussing, well, should there be no misinformation allowed? Should the listeners be allowed to make up their own decision on what's right and what's wrong? What's true and what's fact, and what's entertainment and what's not, and a mix between also freedom of speech. So, yeah, I don't know, Neil. You would have to get a bunch of people to jump on board with you, a bunch of artists who are big name artists to do the same. Because that's going to be a tough battle. I mean, Spotify paid 150 million for the Joe Rogan podcast to be there, so that's a lot of money they spent for his entire library, which, by the way, starts at 2009. So a lot of content there. And it was their biggest show in 2021. So when you go after a behemoth of a show like Joe Rogan's, whether it's people watching for entertainment, people watching for taking his opinion seriously, it's going to be hard for a company to completely go off that unless a lot of artists start requesting the same. And then a bunch of people end up maybe um, losing their subscriptions. Rather, they end up logging out. They don't subscribe to Spotify because their favorite artists aren't there anymore. Then maybe as soon as you see that they're losing money off the deal, then maybe they'll listen to you more. But if it's just you, Neil Young, I don't think they're necessarily going to do anything. Um, and yeah, and I guess that's it. I just wanted to test out a few things. For those of you listening, I thank you, but you didn't comment. I was waiting for someone to comment, and there was no comments. I was very disappointed in that, but it is fine. No, oh, it kicked me out. Come on. Oh, is that going to randomly?
All
All
right.
right. So
So let
let
me
me do
do
this.
this. So
So
this
this
is
is
kind of
kind of
cool.
cool.
I'm
I'm
actually
actually
going to
going to
try
try
this,
this,
but
but
it's
it's
going
going
to
to
give
give
you
you
an
an
echo.
echo.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
this
this
one's
one's
off.
off.
Let
Let
me
me
get
get
this
this
up
off
now.
now. Perfect. So that's kind of cool. I wanted to try that anyways. So that is dope. And get connected. Okay. So that is pretty much it. I'm going to go get ready for my other podcast. We're going to be live there. I'm going to share a whole bunch of things, but I did want to talk about a few things and also try out a few things on my end. Again, let's see how that looks. That looks lovely. That's perfect. So a lot of it was more test, decide to give you a little bit more news, and then also decide to test out my lighting in the process. So I thank you for bearing with me. Real Talk Lives are going to be doing it a lot more often. I'm going to try to do it once a day with the news of the day or with the hot topics of the day. Um, and I am going to go that route, and I will keep you posted on all things JLB. Links will be down below for the Raw and Orders of the world, the Wrestling Talk Nows of the world, and of course, the Real Talk Radio brand, where you, of course, can follow me anywhere at Real Talk Radio 8 on Twitter, anchor.fm/RTR. And that is it. That is all. Until next time, folks. Hopefully, I do have an intro next time because that would be a little fun. Have myself a little intro. Maybe I'll work on that as well. But thank you. So, maybe just to quickly recap, Donda 2, February 22nd. Don't hold your breath. His Genius documentary is coming out on February 13th. Three-part series. It's going to be released once a week on Netflix. Pusha T should be coming out sometime soon. His project is already done. That's the Kanye West news. It's February 2nd, 222, and it's called Donda 2. Neil Young versus Spotify. Spotify took off his music, so it seems like it's a losing battle for Neil Young, but Neil Young rather keep his pride in the fact that he doesn't want to support companies who support misinformation. And Big Brother house guests have been announced for Big Brother Celebrity Season 3. You can check down the celebrities below or go on Real Talk Radio on Facebook to check that out. In the meantime, guys, that is it. That is all. Ciao.